y'all. Today, Millie and I are going to be making a 2-ingredient dough that is high in protein and it's super simple to make. So, ready, Millie? All right.
Let's get baking.
So the 2 ingredients you're going to be using are, first up is Chobani non-fat plain Greek yogurt. And then ingredient number 2 is just some flour. You can use all-purpose flour or self-rising flour. We're going to be using self-rising flour. So to make the dough, you're going to use equal parts yogurt and flour. And a good serving per person is 100 grams each. We're going to be using 300 grams because we're just going to take that dough and we're going to split it 3 ways because this dough can be used for a variety of things. We've made pizzas with it, breadsticks, and your favorite has been? Bread bites. So again, this dough can be used for a variety of things. We even tried to make biscuits out of it. Or Dad tried to make biscuits out of it. And rolls too. Anyways, you can use it for a variety of things. So, all right, so we're gonna add 300 grams of yogurt to the bowl. And if you don't have a food scale, I recommend that you get a food scale. We use ours all the time for everything. Yeah, do 300. All right, so we have 300 grams of yogurt in the bowl, and now Millie is going to add 300 grams of the self-rising flour. I'm sorry.
So 300?
Mm-hmm. So Millie just put in 300 grams of flour, and y'all, that took up pretty much all of our flour that we had left. So. All right, now, so that's all the ingredients you're gonna use. And here comes the fun part.
Mixing.
AKA messy part.
Mixing it?
Yes, mixing it. So you have an option. You can use your hands without any gloves on them, or you can use gloves to keep the mess off your hands. And we ran out, so we're gonna be using bare hands.
When did we run out?
I
Did we
don't
have
know.
any in the garage?
Well, we've made this dough several times, so I just went to go. Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it? Do you want to stir it first? Here, just stir it with the spoon. Get some of it mixed up. We're gonna stir it first, and then we're gonna start molding it together. Ooh. Think you need to use your hands now?
Do we have gloves?
Nope. You may use one. I'll do it. Okay.
This is cold. Cold and moist.
Now, it probably sounds weird to be using yogurt to make dough, but yogurt is a dairy product, and a lot of us make biscuits and things and rolls with
dairy.
Milk. Yeah, with dairy. Yeast gives it kind of that sour flavor, and yogurt has, a sourness to it. Y'all, after it's all said and done, you really are not going to taste the difference between this and other dough. At least I can't. You're not going to taste that yogurt taste. It's going to taste like a really good bread. Yeah. Now this gets very sticky and, like I said, very messy. So if you don't want to use your bare hands, you can use gloves.
I would use gloves. Look at my hand.
Yeah. And so you just want to keep working with it until it all comes together.
Watch, there's flour down in this bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to try to get every little bit of flour from the bottom of the bowl. All right, so Millie did a nice job forming this into a little dough ball, a little dough baby. So now we are going to put it on a cutting board, and we have lightly floured the cutting board. So Millie, do you want to dump this out? You're going to be the camera girl? Okay. Come over here. All right, and then take
gonna
this
flour that
sifter
thing?
and then just kind of shake it over it or turn it. Just shake it. Like, I like it.
What?
That's why I said shake it.
Next flour, this thing. It's not gonna make. Well, it's not gonna be sticky if it's super floured.
Yeah, that'll be alright.
You could also use it for your hands.
Alright, so just kind of.
Good, maybe.
So Millie is going to make bread bites with hers. Jimmy's going to make a pizza with his, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do pizza or bread bites. I probably need to do pizza to get more protein in.
Bread bites, delicious.
I know, they are delicious.
I
Pizza's
can
good
take
too.
a piece then.
Alright.
You can share with Dad.
So Jimmy is behind the scenes and he's going to help us figure out how much each serving should be. So the total is 551 grams. Divide by 3 is
183.
183. Alright. So here we go. So we're going to tear it and then just take off. No, keep the whole thing on there. Watch this. You're going to take this off until you see 183.
Okay.
All right, now we've got them
All
evenly
measured out.
divided,
Is that all measured out?
all measured out. Each one's about 183 grams. So one for me, one for Jimmy, and one for Millie.
me.
All right, so Millie is currently making her bread bites. And so she's taking her portion and just cutting it up into about 1-inch size pieces
And rolling them.
and rolling them. We have a baking sheet. Millie's going to lightly spray it. Good job. That's good. All right. What?
Lightly spray it. 10 minutes later.
Breathing in the air.
It smells good.
All right, she has her bread bites
Egg wash.
placed on the pan, and now she's going to give it a little bit of an egg wash to, why?
Color.
Yes, going to give it a nice golden color. So Millie just got finished beating up an egg for the egg wash, and so now she's going to coat each bread bite with some egg. And I'm going to get your toppings. What do you want? The pretzel salt?
I'll do the garlic salt and maybe a little bit of salt.
Okay. Millie's on her last two. Alright, you can just set that aside because me and Dad will need it.
Oh, and I need. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you're talking about this?
No.
Like my pretzel.
No.
Not pretzels.
I would not do both of these on the same one because it's going to be super salty.
16. Okay, so I can do 8 and 8.
Good.
Like I can do 8 and 8. Something
School
like
is
that.
paying off. Thank you to all her teachers.
1, 2.
Do you want any Italian seasoning or anything?
That's your favorite?
Uh-huh.
Not mine.
Really good.
These pretzel salt, like if you bite into it and you just kind of like chew on it, it tastes like that, or mini little the granules of salt and sugar.
Yeah.
What?
Dad is laughing at us. Jimmy's behind the scenes there and just laughing away. Mhm. Where'd you just eat one?
Or a couple.
Millie. Jimmy.
Or a couple more.
Girl, all right, you done? You got it on here?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So these are going to go into a 400-degree oven. Put them in there for about 8 minutes. Could take a little more, could take a little less. We're gonna keep an eye on them to make sure they don't burn. So Millie's bread bites are done, and we tasted them. Yep. We tasted them just to make sure they were good to go. So we had them in a 400-degree oven for 10 minutes. And they're very yummy. All right, so it's my turn now. I'm gonna make a pizza and I'm gonna show you how that's done. Can I have those?
I can't have your.
It's my turn. I'm going to be making a personal pan pizza. And so Millie is gonna help me roll out the dough for that. All right, so roll it out. You can use the rolling pin this time.
Okay, think you can eat that size pizza?
Makes me think of
That mini
Back to the Future.
Oh.
When they put that little tiny pizza in the oven and then it
I thought
comes
you-
out big.
I thought you were talking about that show where they had to cook with mini utensils and stuff
Oh,
like mini
yeah.
foods.
Alright, let me see it. Alright, Millie's gonna munch on some yummy, warm
Well,
yeast rolls that Jimmy just made. I'm gonna get mine after I make my pizza.
Still kind of.
Alright, so the dough has been rolled out, and now I'm gonna take a sheet pan lined with foil and I'm going to spray it with some cooking spray. I'm gonna put the dough on there. And I'm going to measure out my ingredients because I'm watching my calories and protein. All right, so I'm going to measure out the serving of Rayo's pizza sauce, and the serving size is, Millie, can you read that? I need my glasses.
60 grams.
60 grams, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna measure out 60 grams of pizza sauce. I'm gonna leave a little room around the edge because I'm gonna add some egg wash. I guess I should have done that first. Should I have done that first, Jim? Or I can just come back.
You can do it on the crust
Yeah,
if you're gonna leave some room for the crust.
right. I'm gonna add a little bit of egg wash and then I'm gonna add some seasonings to the crust. Some Italian seasoning, garlic, salt, deliciousness.
She loves Italian seasoning, don't you, Mom?
I do. But too much can be terrible. I've made that mistake. I tried to make Italian meatballs and woo,
Yeah, they were bad.
they were bad.
She had to use frozen, and the frozen I don't think was much better.
You tasted them, didn't you?
Yeah, I tasted both.
Yeah.
They weren't really that good.
They tasted like a cleaner, like a.
I don't know. Yeah. Mom, I have
Gross.
some news for you. There's no more tea.
You drink all my tea.
Yeah.
Sweet tea.
Sweet
Sweet, healthy sweet tea. Yes, you're
Healthy
to make
tea.
more. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little egg wash around the edge before I do any more. Can you reach the seasonings, Millie?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna sprinkle this around.
Can I try just a little bit?
Yeah, I'll let you do the garlic and grab the garlic.
Are you doing the Italian and the
And
green?
the garlic, yeah.
Which one do you want? Garlic powder or garlic salt?
Salt. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit on the pizza as well.
I'm good with garlic salt.
Yes, you are. Trade.
Do you want all
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the rim.
around the whole thing or just the rim?
The rim. I guess it wouldn't hurt the whole thing. Alright, now I'm gonna do a serving of cheese, which is 28 grams. And I'm using the fat-free mozzarella cheese because the calories are lower. I'm gonna start with 28. Looks like I might need more.
We had to do more
Yeah.
today.
All right, so I'm gonna use twice the serving size. So instead of 28 grams, I'm gonna use 56 grams because 28 grams didn't quite cut it.
Like it.
Exactly.
Sorry, not garlic salt. I mean the Italian
Italian
seasoning.
seasoning. All right, there's 58 grams.
The more Italian seasoning, the more chili.
All right, and for the pepperoni, we're using turkey pepperoni.
Turkey pepperoni.
And the serving size, Millie, is
Serving size is 28 grams, 16 slices.
perfect. Turkey pepperoni has less calories than regular pepperoni. I do not like the taste of turkey pepperoni raw.
I kind of want to try it raw.
You can. To me, it has a different flavor. It's holding in there.
Uncooked. Well, it's not.
Or not raw. Yeah.
It tastes pretty good.
You like it?
Hmm?
Uncooked. It's not raw.
Actually, that turkey pepperoni, even though it's not like cooked from the oven on the pizza sort of,
Yeah.
it's not as spicy as regular pepperoni.
Oh, cool.
And it's not cooked, it's not that spicy.
Yeah.
I'll take more.
Okay. We gotta save some for Yafal, though. Make sure he can make a pizza. All right, you said 28 grams, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm at 26,
Wait, yeah.
27.
Yeah, 28. Probably just gonna get half of one.
Yeah.
Yep,
29.
exactly. I
Not
told
close
you.
enough. So my pizza is done. I'm going to stick this in the oven now at 400 degrees. Since Millie's bread bites took about 10 minutes to cook, I'm gonna cook my pizza for 10 minutes and then I'll see if I need to go longer. All right, y'all, my pizza is done. So I had it in a 400 degree oven and I actually kept it in there for 16 minutes instead of 10. And by doing that, I got a nice golden color around the edge and it puffed up a little bit, but this is going to be a thin crust pizza and it smells delicious. All right, I'm gonna take it off the plate or pan. Hopefully it comes off easy. So because I cooked it on a pan, a baking sheet, the dough is not going to have a firm texture to it. It's more on the softer side, but if you have a pizza stone, that would really help crisp it up. All right, so I'm gonna cut into this. All right, I'm going in for the bite. Cheese pull. That is so good. The dough is nice and soft. You can't tell that it was made from yogurt, just yogurt and flour. It's got a really nice taste to it. And it works well with pizza toppings. Yum. So if you were just to make the dough by itself with nothing on it yet, if you used 100 grams of yogurt and 100 grams of the flour, your total calories would come out to be 386 calories with 16 grams of protein. So this dough is kind of on the higher end of the calories, but the protein is awesome. After I put the toppings on the pizza, the total calories came out to be 586 with a total of 44 grams of protein. Y'all, that is awesome for a pizza, okay? And then Jimmy, his just got finished and he decided to make a calzone. So I took the same toppings and then just folded the dough over into a little pocket, like a big pizza pocket. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining us today, and I hope you give this dough a try. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.